Welcome back, y'all. I missed you.
Y'all miss me.
Wait, welcome back, y'all. I'm so happy to see you guys. I'm so happy to be back with you. And I'm bringing y'all something new. Something new. Okay, I got something for y'all. You know I won't come back with nothing. Not empty-handed. Okay, so we're going to be reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna let it show to y'all. Okay. Settle down. So, yeah, we're going to be reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all. I'm really excited. I love this show. I've been watching it since the first season. Don't ask me what took me so long to start reviewing it, but we're here now. So, we're going to try to make it to the end of the season because I did not last with Married at First Sight. They had me stressed out, but this one, I think we go with this. This is reality television goals. So we gonna stick with this. But they didn't waste no time getting into it with the drama and the entertainment. So let's hop into this review. Okay, so the show opens up with Marceau talking to Uncle Mike, whoever the heck Uncle Mike is, outside of the land site for Scott Manor. Remember, they had some land over there. They wanted to build some homes, and Letitia wanted Kimmy and them to move next door so she could be nagging her all day. Kimmy was like, hell no. So they're at the site, and apparently Marceau says that they haven't been able to even start construction or anything because it won't stop raining. The weather has been so bad that it's muddy and they can't clear it, and they can't lay anything down, any foundation. So unfortunately, Scott Manor is on hold. In the meantime, though, we got Tisha changing the plans every other week, adding on to what they already had, which is going to hold up production furthermore. But she's not going to be happy until it's finished. So Marceau's like, I'm kind of in a between a rock and a hard place with Tisha. I can't make her happy either way. But Uncle Mike say, look, figure it out, because happy wife, happy life. Uncle Mike dips, and Maurice shows up. And so Maurice and Marceau are talking, and if I'm looking down, y'all don't trip. I'm reading my notes. I don't want to miss nothing. So yeah, so Maurice shows up, and him and Marceau are talking about everything, and about everything that was going on with Martell and Mel and just everything. And Marceau was just kind of saying, like, I think that Martell kind of felt like he was wrong too. Now, I don't know where he got that from. I'm not sure how he could really legitimately feel that way, but okay, whatever. So he's like, Martell kind of felt like he was wrong too in the situation. So Marceau asks Maurice, like, yo, is Kimmy gonna let you live on Scott Manor? And he's like, he's trying to use that little reverse psychology on Maurice, like, oh, your wife won't let you move, so he do it. First of all, that ain't gonna work, because neither one of them want to live next door to y'all. So you could quit with the shenanigans, Marceau. They is not moving to Scott Manor, and neither is y'all, apparently. Okay, so we see Mel, and she's in her kitchen. She's in a beautiful house, might I add. But she's in her kitchen pouring up some wine in her nice little silk number. You know, she got the blonde lace front flip from the rooter to the tutor. Okay, I'm like, okay, who Mel got coming over? She got a little adult company coming. And it is some adult company. But it's destiny, y'all. I mean, I guess I didn't expect Mel to show some new man all of a sudden this quickly, But still, it's just destiny. So they sit down, and they about to get drunk and spill some tea, apparently. You know how women like to do. We like to get drunk and talk. So they sitting down, and they're talking about everything and catching up. And Destiny's like, oh, I went to lunch with Kimmy. And I'm like, why is that a big deal? Why is that news? But I forgot last season, Kimmy and Destiny weren't really all that cool. Not really because of Kimmy, but because Destiny felt like Kimmy was trying to act, I guess, better than, because she was saying, like, I don't know you and LeBaric. All I know is he makes chicken. Good chicken. She said it was good. But if that's all she knew about y'all, you know. So apparently they're trying to formulate a friendship and kind of see if they can connect. So they went out and they show footage of Kimmy asking Destiny, you know, how is everything? We haven't seen you in a while. I was wondering where you are. People were asking and, you know, kind of starting to spread their own little reasonings. And I was just wondering, are you and LeBerick okay? And so apparently Destiny felt like Kimmy was trying to be messy. So that's what she's telling Mel, like, you know, she was trying to get some tea on me. And Mel's like, oh man, I hate when people do that, you know. You know, she's a Southern bitch. She ain't really gonna talk no shit about Kimmy. They friends. So Destiny says, well, speaking of tea, I didn't tell you that I'm officially divorced. And y'all, when I say, I did not think that's what she was about to say. I thought she was gonna say, I'm officially separated, or officially going through counseling, where we about to end up breaking up. I mean, I just really didn't think it was gonna be divorced. They just got married. They've been married for what, like a year or two? But I think did they have a baby or like a miscarriage? Something happened, and I could see that, you know, they didn't really have a united front anyway. But I hate to see black couples break up at any rate. So Mel, she's acting real surprised, like she didn't already know. When she knows she did, because Huntsville ain't but that big. It can't be. It can't be but that big. I mean, I ain't really know about it. I guess it could have been big. But she knows she knew. But we supposed to believe that Mel is surprised. And she's like, girl, why didn't you tell me? Because that's a lot to go through by yourself. And I would have supported you. I wasn't that busy the last month. I know I had my own things, but the last month I was free. You could have told me then. I know Mel means well. She's just, you know, that's the right thing to say. Girl, why didn't you call me? That's the right thing to say. So Destiny says, you know, girl, this was something that I just had to kind of work through by myself. I didn't want to get anybody else's opinion. I saw what happened with y'all shit. And I was like, no, I'm not going to bring that on this show. That's what Destiny meant. I ain't bringing my marriage on this show like that. We gonna work this out in the dark. And good on you, Destiny. You made the right decision, girl. Okay, so now we see Marceau, and he's at his office on FaceTime with his little daughter, and she asks him to bring us some chips like little kids do, because they think that parents don't have anything better to do than bring them snacks. But it's cute, and it shows that Marceau is more active now, because he got to be, because apparently Tisha's so busy with school that Kimmy is meal prepping for Marceau. And so you would think that, you know, if that's what she's doing for him, he wouldn't have been so surprised when she walked through the door. But he was like, what brings you here? Like, he ain't seen her in months, and what is you here for? Boy, you know they said that we gonna say she meal prepping for you, so y'all have a reason to talk. Duh. So that's what they do. So Kimmy brings in some meals for him, so he won't be eating crap while Tisha is busy with school. So while they're talking, Marceau says, hey, you know, by the way, I'm trying to throw a surprise graduation party for Letitia. But, you know, I don't know how to do all that stuff. And I can't ask Letitia because it's her party. But I know she would know. So I'm asking you because I know you would know. Can you help me out? And she's like, are you asking me to plan this party? And he was like, yeah. She said, no. No. I said, you thought, no. So what's wrong with you? Her and Letitia not even really all that cool right now. What makes you think that she want to plan a party for her? You want to plan a party for her. Hire somebody. You got money? And like Kimmy said, have Miss Wanda do it. She could plan the party. That's her mama. Let Letitia mama help you plan her surprise graduation party. That makes sense. But then we wouldn't have no reason for Kimmy to be, you know, involved and be there. I get it. And I'm here for it. Let's take the ride with him. So, meanwhile, we see Tisha talking to her cousin Kiki. We ain't never seen any of Letitia's family but her mama Wanda. So it's kind of cool to see some of Letitia's family in this episode. So she talking to Kiki, which I'm sure is short for Keisha, because we got Letitia, Lakeisha, and I'm sure we got a Latasha, maybe a LaWanda somewhere. You know, hell, LaWanda is probably my freaking Letitia mama name is probably LaWanda. you know, we keep it out in the family. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I like it and I dig it. Okay, so we talking Kiki, and so Tisha lied to her cousin about talking about how she's maturing, and as she matures and grows, and you know, I just want to, you know, grow and mature. And if people aren't trying to grow and mature with me, then, you know, and lying, because you still the same immature, petty little brat. But anyway, she lied to her. And then she tells her also, Marcel don't think I know, but I be eavesdropping because I ain't got nothing else to do. And I heard him say that he was planning something for my birthday, not my birthday, but for my graduation. So I'm gonna act surprised though, so keep it on the hush. Oh, sneaky tail. All right, so Marcel is pulling up at Madani. I didn't want to get it wrong, so I wrote it down. So he pulls up at Madani, and he's getting a box out. I don't know yet what Madani is. I wasn't paying attention last season, but we find out that it's Destiny's beauty supply store. So that's really cool. She got her own little beauty supply store. It's not little, it's nice too. So Marcel and his Marcel, all these Mars and males and child, they be having me wrapped up. But Martell takes his little box of whatever we don't know yet into the store, and I'm pleased to announce that Martell's pants aren't as tight, nor is his shirt. So we are making progress. So that's good. Okay. So he walks in, he's talking to Destiny. She said, "Oh, surprised to see you, you know." He's like, "Oh yeah, it's good to see you though. How the kids?" And blah, blah, blah. She said, "Oh, my kids are great, you know. How are your kids?" And he's like, "Oh, they're good. They're doing good." So he was like, she said, I saw the post. And he was like, "Yeah, of me dropping off Milani, my youngest, at her first day of school, yeah." And she was like, "Yeah, I saw that." But she was like, "I also saw at the bottom, you mentioned that you had 4 down and 1 to go." And he was like, "Yeah." Okay, so here's the deal. He made an Instagram post of a picture of him dropping off his daughter Milani at her first day of school. And he makes a post that says something along the lines of him just talking about being proud of his little girl going on her first day, and how he's done this for all of his kids, and that he has done it for 4 and he has 1 more to go, basically. That's all he said. This is my song, y'all. Okay, so he says he's done it for all the kids. Now, I don't see where he went wrong, but Destiny felt like it's too soon for you to be posting stuff like that. You think, you know, it's the wound is fresh. Look, here's the thing. This is the only time, and I hate to say that I'm here with it, but this is one of the only times that I have agreed with Martell. Sweetheart, that's my child. It doesn't matter whether it's illegitimate, if it's something frowned upon, scandalous, is still his child. And he shouldn't have to exclude one because it came out of a pretty screwed up situation. It's still his kid. And that's one thing that is probably the only thing like that I can really say that I admire about or like. I don't admire shit about Martell. But one thing that I do like about Martell is that he seems to be a solid father, and that he don't really play about his kids. And regardless of what you think about him as a person, as a husband and friend, all that, we need more fathers like him that are hands-on and not ashamed. Even when they make illegitimate kids, that's still his responsibility. So Destiny was overstepping. Maybe if she was paying more attention to her marriage, she'd still be married, because she spent all last season talking to Martell. So I wasn't with Destiny on that. You ain't gonna tell me what I can post about my children. Those are mine. He says, "Well, how's LeBerick?" Like he don't know that her and LeBerick got divorced. LeBerick was his friend, so you clearly know that they're not together no more. So whatever. But he asks because he ready to get the mess started, because he's a messy little queen. So she says, "That's in God's hands now." He said, "It's in God's hands, but you know, we got to put in work when you're married." And she said, "Well, did you put in work in your marriage, Martell? Huh? Did you put in work?" And he said, "Yes, I did. 12 years worth." And you know what? That ain't nothing to sneeze at. He might have really fucked it up these last 5 years or so. But 12 years ain't nothing to sneeze at. So But she's like, you know, yeah, that's a lot of hard work, but it's also a lot of hard work juggling 2 relationships, isn't it? He said,
well, that's why you get a damn divorce now, your mouth.
You can always tell when somebody get up under Martell's skin. He gets, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's the shit that I'm talking about right there. That Ike come up out of him real quick. He said, that's why you getting a damn divorce now, your mouth. He said, that's why me and Mel got divorced, because Mel got too much mouth. Y'all too much alike. I said, damn, tell us how you really feel, Martin. Anyway, I guess they get past that, and she's like, whatever, what you got in that little box? And wouldn't you know, this man got body butters, shampoo, beard oil. I mean, is it, I just gotta know, is this what divorce does? Because if it's gotten this bad that this man is peddling body oils on the streets of Huntsville, and for somebody else, it ain't even products that he made. He's trying to become a partner in a business of somebody else who's making these body butters and stuff, which is probably his baby mama, to be honest. She probably the one making these products, but he don't want to say that. So he's so Destiny's like, so you brought me some products that you don't own, that you haven't signed off to be a part of the business, anything, and you expect me to put them in my store? I don't know who products these are. Like, Martell, come on, you got to be smarter than this. It shouldn't have came to this. There's a million other things you could have tried before peddling body products and smell goods.
Egyptian musk, pink sugar.
Lick me all over.
Like, we not asking for that. We're not asking from you, Martell. Now, we might be mad at you and we want karma to get you, but I ain't never wanted to see you out here this bad. Come on. Pull it together, Martell. Pull it together. Now we see Mel, and she's on a Zoom meeting, and she's showing us that she is every woman. It's all in her. She rocking the baby to sleep while on her Zoom meeting, running her business, handling all her black-owned business, and I am here for it. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Okay, so we see her doing that, and then we get a knock, and it's Chris Fletcher. Who's Chris Fletcher, you ask? Well, remember the guy last season that Martell was going into business with, or working with the 47 acres that the comeback group was trying to work on it initially before that fell apart. So this is the same guy that was working with Martell when he was going through the divorce with Mel, which kind of messed up the business for them. So now I guess Chris say, well, we gonna take it on over to Mel because we know that she was the brains behind this anyway. So he asked Mel if she, you know, after the comeback group sells the property, the 47 acres, would she be willing to build some custom houses? And she thinks about it, and she says, you know, she asks a few questions, and it seems like she's kind of on board, but she says, well, wait a minute, does Martell know? Is he still involved, and does he know? He said, well, no, I haven't talked to him yet. I wanted to talk to you. He probably wanted to, you know, before I go get this nigga mad, because you know Martell finna be pissed off. He finna be so hot about this up in the collar. So he said, well, no, I'll talk to Martell, but I wanted to ask you first. So he kind of got the okay from Mel, but only if Martell ain't gonna start no drama. She don't need no more with her. I say, Mel, leave that 47 acres where it's at, and let them people go on now. You don't need it. I know we don't turn down no money. We don't turn down nothing but our collars. However, I'll leave that 47 acres where it's at. And don't you come back for it again, Mel. All right, so we wrap up the show, and we're at the graduation party already. For some reason, I thought that he was asking for a future date, like we was gonna wrap up with the graduation party or mid-season. But no, we're at the graduation party today, this episode. So everybody's there. Marceau has invited all of Tisha's family, cousins, brothers, you know, everybody but her mama, because he can't stand Miss Wanda. So he waited till Miss Wanda was out of town and threw a surprise graduation party for her daughter. That's Marceau for you. So everybody's there, and Kimmy gets there, and she's talking to Tisha's brother. Well, I didn't catch his name, but she's talking to Tisha's brother, and he says, oh man, how you and Tisha doing? I know y'all had a little riff or something. Kimmy says, look, we're good on my end. I don't have a problem. the problem is coming from Tisha. So as far as I'm concerned, we don't have a problem. And he was like, well, you know, my sister's sensitive. She's more than sensitive, bro. She's more than sensitive, bro. But anyway, Kimmy says we good on this end. So the sister, the cousin Kiki, she said, well, you know, I kind of thought that, you know, you could have had her back a little bit more at certain situations. And Kimmy is absolutely fed up at this point. And she said, and when was that? Come on, Kiki. Tell us when it was, basically. She was not here for it. Tell me when I didn't have her back. So Kiki says, at the reunion when the interviewer, she asked you, did you and Tisha talk about Mel, like behind her back? And you said no, and Tisha said yes, and that was kind of contradicting each other, like, you should have had her back. Kimmy's like, what was I supposed to say? We did talk about her. It's on camera. We talked about her when she wasn't present, so why would I lie? What did she want from me? So apparently Tisha lied, her whole family some liars, and she mad at Kimmy and got her family mad at Kimmy because she's not lying. So she asks Kiki, and she's like, you know, so did you think that we were talking about Mel? Yes or no, Kiki? See, because now you done got Kimmy to a point where she's not playing with you. Yes or no, Kiki? So Kiki is like, well, yeah, I do think y'all did. Exactly. So Kimmy told the truth. Yes, we did say stuff about her. Was she lying? What was Tisha lying about? You want to talk crap about Mel, but then you want to out when it comes back up. That ain't Kimmy's style. Sorry. Oh well. Now Letitia arrives, and she's not in the least bit surprised. She's already dressed for the picnic. She already knew it was a party going on, so she walks up, and Marceau greets her, and he's like, are you surprised? And she's like, well, I'm surprised that you invited all my family, but not my mom. And he's like, oh yeah, that's just eating me up. I'm ed up about it that Miss Wanda couldn't make it. And she like, sure you are. Of course he's not. He didn't want Miss Wanda there. But the rest of the family's there, and Tisha is happy about that. So that's great. So they're mixing and mingling at the party, and it kind of seems like Marceau is just now meeting Tisha's family, because he's talking to her uncles, and they're telling him stories and stuff. But it's almost as if this is the first time that they're really talking to Marceau, period. So they talking about how they grew up hood and all this and that, and Marceau, I guess, has said something about Tisha's family being from the other side of the tracks, and they took a little offense to that. So Marceau trying to clean it up, and he's like, no man, because when I was younger we was homeless, so when I say that, I'm from the same side of those tracks, man. Let me say something. There's a difference between poor and hood. Just because you're from the hood don't mean you poor, honestly. There's some people who live in the hood ain't really even poor. They just stay in the neighborhood because that's where their family is. But it's also some people that's poor that's not hood. Because I was poor. I grew up a little bit poor and in the hood, but I am not hood. I talk a lot of slang and all that, but I'm not about that life. So they go tit for tat on who had it the hardest and the toughest growing up. That's that on that. So now we get to the part where Kimmy pulls Tisha to the side so they can have a little tete-a-tete. And Kimmy's like, girl, I can feel that it's a problem. Even though you're not talking to me about it, you haven't said anything to me directly, I can tell that you're upset with me and that there's a problem and what's going on. So she tells Kimmy the same old. I feel like you should have had my back when me and Mel was She still feels like Kimmy should pick a side, and it should have been her side regardless of if she was right or wrong, because they're sisters. No, you sister-in-law, and that's that. On that, y'all cool enough. That girl don't owe you nothing. And that's what Kimmy's like, what do you want from me? You want my left rib, you want it all. So she tells her, well, I guess I can't expect you to be me and this and that. And I don't understand that, because Tisha, what have you done for any of your friends that's so sacrificial and such makes you such a good friend to them? And that's what Kimmy was saying. She was like, well, when I was going through my situation with Maurice's ex-wife, and she was calling me homewreckers, hoes, and bitches and everything in the book, I don't remember anybody speaking up on my behalf and having my back. So while you're saying that you feel like you didn't receive something from me, I definitely did not receive that same thing from you. So I didn't feel like I needed to extra have your back. And Kimmy ain't told no lies. She didn't tell one lie there. But talking to Letitia is like talking to a gummy wall. It's not even a brick wall because the shit is just so... She just dense and soft up in here. It's just, I feel like it's mush. Because the whole time that Kimmy's talking to her, she's sitting there and she's listening, but you can tell she's just waiting for her turn to talk again. And I can't stand people like Tisha. She's a crybaby. She's a victim. She want to play a blame game to everybody else. But whole time, nobody's had a problem with her. Every issue and disagreement that she's had with Kimmy, with Mel, with whoever, has been because of something she concocted in her mind about how they weren't being a good friend to her. And that's some stuff she just gonna have to work out between her, Jesus, and her therapist, and get the fuck on, because I'm over it, and Kimmy about to be over it too from the looks of the preview for the season, and I'm here for it because I'm ready for her to put her in a place. All right, we're done, guys. That's the review. I had a good time. I enjoyed this first episode. I know this season about to be lit. We about to have a whole lot of me and you, a whole lot of us time every week. So get ready. We about to have a ball. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, y'all. Comment. I want to talk to y'all about this because I can't go live on YouTube yet. So comment. That's how we going to discuss. All right. And I will see you guys next week. Same Ali place, same Ali time. Peace.